My name is Zeb Wellborn with the Chino Valley Chamber of Commerce. Today I'm here with Teresa Wu from Xscape Pods. She is the co-owner of Xscape Pods, and she's going to talk to us today about how Xscape Pods has been giving back to our community in terms of providing PPE equipment and some other needed goods. So Teresa, thank you for chatting with me today. Yeah, so why don't you tell us a little bit about what you guys have been doing to help support our local community?
At the beginning, when mid-March, when we get the I would say the order to shut down for COVID, for social distancing, when to start mitigate the spread, our business was shut down. We end up not being open, and so we do have time on our hands, and so the first thing we start to do is of course starting look how to get face masks. And so it was more a personal a need, and we decided, we realized that we have a 3D printer. We got that actually to in a laser cutter. We got it because at Xscape Pod we do have props. We build props and parts, and we got, and Chris was quite resourceful, and we find these 3D printing file to build face shields, and also the mask extender, different things to do PPE on your own, because at that time it was kind of rare. Mm-hmm. And because as we were struggling to get ourselves PPE, we also see that the medical or the essential worker community was having issue getting PPE as well. So when we decided we're going to do our own, print our own, we feel like, well, if I can print 10 for myself, why can't I make more and at least help the local community? Since we are shut down, we feel like we need to do something, contribute, and that's the idea come from. So we set a little goals that we will make 100 face shields and extenders and some of the face covering, and we will donate it on behalf of Xscape Pods. And that's how we started.
Okay, cool. So who are you giving these goods to?
All right, so that's an interesting thing. So at the beginning, I honestly didn't really have a clue. So what I did was I posted a message on our Facebook page, and I shared it with the Chino Hills Connect Facebook group. I think I only shared it too because I didn't know how much of a response I would get. To get ideas, I asked the community, hey, we are making these PPE. Any ideas where I can give this to, right? Because it's not huge quantity. It's not like we are professional or like PPE makers, and we got ideas. I got people reach out to us asking for them, and so we gave. It's really through that social media connections and reaching out to me, say, hey, we do need some, and that's how we started to get the list until we ran out 100. So we gave some to a local dairy farm. The dairy farm workers need to continue to work, and they need PPE. We gave some to a team that works at the Chino, the state prison, right? We know there was a big spread case going on at the prison. And actually, one of the co-workers and the lieutenant connected me with their lieutenant, and we make a series for his team at the state prison. We gave a bunch to Chino Hills Medical Centers. One of the nurses that worked there reached out, say, "Hey, our team needs it." We gave also some to a couple people to the Kaiser facility that's in. I want to say Pomona, and one on the LA side. I forgot so there's two. We gave it to two Kaiser facility as well. And then also Caring of the Hill, the local food bank. So we're trying to focalize donation of the PPE to the local community.
Awesome. That's great to hear. So you mentioned like you started out with 100. Is that kind of did it end there? Did you do more than that?
We did a couple more, but we really stopped at 100 for the face shields. I did a dozen for the face mask, and then a couple dozen of the extenders. That was our I would say our campaign to see where it go. And then afterward, we started to preparing for ourselves for reopening and looking at preparing for the fourth room. So the time to compete with that. So like afterward we switch gear and then we convert back in preparing, getting ready back to post COVID.
Another thing that I have a personal question about, but I think other people might as well. So a 3D printer, you have these things that print face shields, and I don't know how it works. I mean, I know you have, but like I'm imagining like the logistics of it. So what kind of do you think? Like you just put stuff into a box and then it makes the goods. I mean, what kind of goods do you put in, and then how does it come out as a mask?
Okay, so actually I have an example here. Can I go get it and show you so I can
Sure.
explain? One second. We are making a couple more for a local business that we know of. So they asked us to make some for them when they reopen. So we print some more. So what happened is you have this part, the head band part. So we use our 3D printer. Can you see it? So this part we 3D printed.
Yeah.
So the printer actually have a filament of a plastic. It melt that plastic filament, and then you have a nose that will draw the frame line by line to build this plastic part.
Uh-huh.
Then we have a big plastic shield. We use our laser cutter to cut this shield with the holes to the template to cut the shield.
Okay.
So that actually this goes on this hook like that. So we use our 3D printer and our laser cutter to make this face shield, and it goes on it like this.
Awesome.
Yeah. So we make 100 of these. So just to print this itself, we try to optimize it. It still take 25 to 30 minutes to print 2 of these at a time.
Uh-huh.
So you see 100 times 25 minutes,
yeah.
Right? So because the printer it's not meant to be mass production, so we really literally have to see the 3D printer go do one by one. Sometimes we have some failure, so it takes a lot of time for us to even make 100 of these.
So you mentioned that you're getting prepared to open back up. How has that process been for you?
Yes, I would say we really didn't know that when we're gonna open back up, but the county has been really great. I mean, with the programs and the constant communications. So we sort of knew we will open up. We knew that we were going to be after phase 2. We knew somehow that we will not be at the beginning, but we will be in the middle. So we sort of like monitor the news, monitor and have communication with the county. And so what we were doing, preparing, is that we, of course, working on the fourth room, right? That has been sort of delayed. So we're like, hey, during this time we're shut down, we need to focus on that. And at the same time, start thinking what are the other procedures we need to do. So just before we were closed for COVID, we already implementing some of the sanitary measure. And so we know that we're going to have to do more than what we were already doing. So we have to change our website. What we did, we extended the time to clean. So we changed our schedule. We procure new equipment like thermometers, additional PPEs, just to know that the basic need to have before we can reopen. And then once we learned that we are allowed to open, we didn't really rush. We took a week before we opened back up.
Okay. And so what was the day that you actually opened back up?
So actually June 1st.
Okay, cool. So just a couple of days ago.
Yes, but we announced it a couple of days before the end of May that we will open June 1st. And as we announced, we already get phone calls. Actually, we see is that we only open, so this is our 3rd day opening back up. We already get some bookings. People do want to get something to do safely. And we see activity building back up, but it's still slow.
All right. Well, cool. Well, we're excited that you guys are opening back up, and just kind of maybe walk through all of the process you have in place. So for customers, so anybody who's watching this, they want to come to your place. What are the things? Well, one, what should they expect of the general experience just without COVID stuff? And then when you're talking about protection, what are the things that you have in place that are protecting people that would come to your business?
So first, we want to make sure the customer experience stay as immersive and as smooth as possible with minimum friction, right? We don't want them to come here and get all this hurdles. So we're trying to do a lot behind the scene, right? So a lot of cleaning, a lot of employee training, number one. And things are on our part. But when the customer come today, all our reservation is done online. So it's contactless, right? It's booking from the comfort of your home. You make your reservation. There's not, you pay online. So that's not much of a transaction, right? All those are already done. But we changed the messaging in our reservation confirmation email to tell the person come, but also wear face covering, that there are additional sanitary measures. So we try to prepare that, so not too much friction. And then when the customer arrive, we of course offer them sanitizing, hand sanitizer, or use the restroom, wash their hand, but they need to wear face covering in the public area of Xscape Pods. When they sign a waiver, it's gonna be from their own device. We have a way to have them scan a barcode, and the waiver is signed from their personal device. So they don't touch anything. We avoid the touch point of sharing area, right? And then they go play the room, and the room it's private booking. So once they book, it's only for that party. There's no joint room or sharing the session with other people that they don't know. It has to be the same group. So that we make that change, is that all booking is private booking.
I know what you guys do, but what should they expect when they do book a room just under normal circumstances?
Escape room is really our immersive intellectual, to try to stimulate your intellectual capability to solve puzzle and build teamwork. So you go in the room, we have a storyline of our government secrets. For example, you got hired to retrieve a file in an office building. You don't know what it is. It's unspoken of, but once you get in, you realize it was a government research facility. And we told you, hey, go retrieve this file because we want to expose, some of the government unspoken activity. And you enter that office and you have clues and to find out what that file is. So you go progressing the storyline, solving puzzle after other, getting clues to, and you have an hour to get out because the security guard may come and get you, and you will fail your mission. So that, for example, with one of our storyline. And we have another storyline with the Egyptian tombs of an unknown king that we discovered. But then there was a nearby dam that will flood the tombs in an hour, and your mission is to rescue the previous research team that got stuck there, that didn't come back, and recover most of the artifacts to escape the tombs before it gets flooded for good forever. So those are the storyline you do. It's really different at different level. We have different generation of puzzle to solve. It's not just code breaking, or ciphering secret code. It's more to that. It requires teamwork, interactions to solve those puzzles, to progress in the storyline.
All right, perfect. Well, I will say that I've done 2 of those. So I went to your place, and we've done the 2 that you mentioned. Actually, are the 2 that I've completed. I understand you have 4 rooms, but it's a lot of fun. You get a group of people together, solving different types of puzzles just to try to escape a room. But it is, you're using your intellect to try and get out, and it's a lot of fun. So I'd recommend anybody that is watching this to go check it out. And I want to thank you for the work that you did to help not only to support our business community, number one, but also for running a business and being a part of the chamber, and your support in there. And your husband, Chris, he's also working on our legislative action committee. So I want to thank him for doing that too.
Yes, I really appreciate what Chamber is doing. The constant communication, give us the resource we need, was really good during the time that we were not allowed to operate. But going through the maze of application, the grant, and different things was stressful enough. But having those sharing the experience, sharing where we can do things, it was really helpful. I know for a fact that we learned about the business compliance grant through channel communication. County was doing a good job also to communicate, but all those communication and what the chamber does to advocate for the business was greatly appreciated. I see the work, it was really good. I think Chris see that too. That's why we want to participate and contribute.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then you feel, I think when we start open, very few people know what escape room is, and thinking that we are haunted house, and we're not scary, we're family oriented business. So we see the progress now. I think more and more people know, but definitely we appreciate we love being part of the chamber.
Well, good. Well, we love having you, and thank you for all the work that you're doing, and I hope you have a great day.
Yes, you too. Bye, Zeb.